Shalawam, shalawam, shalawam. Let's give all praises, honor, glory, esteem to the Father Yahawah and His only begotten Son, MASHAYACH YAHAWASHI. This is going to be a quick one. I just wanted to tune in. Shalawam to all the Ox out there and the Ahchwaths out there. Thank you for tuning in. If you did hit on this one to be a quick one. I just wanted to say, all the Christians out there in the world, all of the believers out there in the world, all these comments that I get about that the law is done away with, we don't need to keep the law. This is Romans chapter 3, verse 31, if you can see it on the screen, right? Romans 3 and 31, it says, do we then make void the law through faith? Most High forbid. Yeah, we establish the law. We establish the law. When you establish something, what do? You put it in front of you. You establish it, meaning you set the standard for it. Let's go to Romans 6 real quick. Romans chapter 6. Romans chapter 6, verse 1. It says, walk in newness of life. If this is the newness of life and the law is done away with, what newness is it then if the law is done away with? What shall we say then? Question, shall we continue in sin that grace may abound? What is sin? Transgression of the law. 1 John chapter 3, verse 4, right? Let's get that real quick. 1 John 3 and 4. Y'all seen it. 1 John 3 and 4, whosoever committeth sin transgresseth also the law, for sin is the transgression of the law. So what is sin? The transgression of the law. When you break the law, when you rebel against the law, that's what sin is. So Paul is saying right here in chapter 6, Romans, what shall we say then? Shall we continue in sin that grace may abound? Most High forbid, or Elohim forbid. How shall we that are dead to sin live any longer therein? Know ye not that so many of us as were baptized unto Yahawashi HaMashiach were baptized into his death? Therefore are we buried with him. We are buried with him, how? In his baptism unto death, that like as Hamashiach was raised up from the dead by the glory of the Father, even so we also shall walk in the newness of life. So we need to walk in the newness of life, as is being said right here. So no, in Romans 6 and 1, we cannot continue in sin, as it says. What shall we say then? Shall we continue in sin that grace may abound? The Most High forbid. So we cannot continue to walk in sin. I want to get a couple more before I get out of here. We're going to jump over to the book of Sirach. Hopefully you can see this on the screen. And I want to jump over to, this will be the book of Sirach or Ecclesiasticus, chapter 4, verse 20. And it says, observe the opportunity and beware evil, and be not ashamed when it comes to your soul. Be not ashamed when it comes to your soul. So many people are worried about what other people think and what they're going to say in life. But the Bible lets us know, be not ashamed when it comes to your soul. For there is a shame that brings sin, and there is a shame which is glory and grace. I would rather have a glory and grace. Accept no person against your soul, and let not reverence of any man cause you to fall. Please do not let the reverence of any man, that you may hold that man up on some type of pedestal, cause you to fall in any type of way, please. And refrain not to speak when there is an occasion to do good, and hide not your wisdom in her beauty. Don't hide the wisdom of the scriptures or the law or the truth. For by speech wisdom shall be known, and learning by the word of the tongue. Verse 25, in no wise speak against the what? Truth. So nobody can speak against the truth. They try to, but it will never succeed. But be abashed of the error of your ignorance. Be not ashamed to confess your sins, or force not the course of the river. Once again, this is the book of Sirach, or Ecclesiasticus in the 1611 King James Bible, chapter 4, verse 26. Don't force the course of the river. Verse 27. Make not yourself an underling to a foolish man, neither accept the person of the mighty. You want to walk with a great man that has a lot of wisdom, has a lot of knowledge, and not only that, walking in that wisdom, because, you know, some men do have knowledge and wisdom, but they're not walking in it. They're not applying it. They're not using it. Verse 28, strive for truth unto the death. And that's what we have to do. What is the truth? Psalms 119, 142, Salakia. Psalms 119, 142. That's what the truth is, right? For thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and thy law is true. So I've just quoted Psalms 119, 142. If you want to go look it up, you can. It says, strive for the truth unto death, and Yahweh shall fight for you. Be not hasty in your tongue, and in your deeds slack and remiss. Be not as a lion in your house, nor frantic among your servants. Let not your hand be stretched out to receive, and shut when you should repay. All these things are things of the law that are written. So this is what it's talking about back in Romans chapter 6. So we may void the law. And it says, Elohim forbid. We need the law. We have to establish the law. We already, let's go back to that real quick. In chapter 3, verse 31, where Paul says, do we then make void the law through faith? Because we have faith. We're under grace. But it says, Elohim forbid, right? The Most High forbid. Yeah, we establish the law. We need the law. This is what everybody was talking about in the book. This is what James was talking about. So I just wanted to get people to understand that we need the law. Let's go to 7 real quick. Let's go to 7 real quick. This is Romans 7:7. It says, what shall we say then? Is the law sin? Is that what you're saying? That the law is sin? What shall we say then? Is the law sin? Elohim forbid. Nay, I had not known sin, but the law. I had not known sin, but the law. For I had not known lust, except the law has said, thou shalt not covet. But sin, taking occasion by the commandment, wrought in me all manner of concupiscence. For without the law, sin was dead. For I was alive without the law once, but when the commandment came, sin revived, and I died. And the commandments, listen to what he's talking about, and the commandments, which was ordained to life, because they were given to us for life, I found to be unto death. For sin, taking occasion by the commandment, deceived me. So even Paul, and all the glory that he did, and everything that he did, he's letting us know right here in Romans chapter 7, verse 11, that what? Sin deceived him. So a lot of people out there that are being deceived through the sin. That's why I wanted to do this little quick lesson and let us know that what? We have to establish the law. Are we saved by the law? No. We're saved through who? Hamashiach Yahawashi, Acts 4 and 12. There's no other name that can save us. The only begotten Son that was sent. But he told everybody that he healed, what? Go and sin no more. And we have already established what sin is. Sin is breaking the law. 1 John chapter 3, verse 4. So this is Romans 7 and 11, and it lets us know that even Paul was deceived. Verse 12 says, wherefore the law is holy, and the commandments are holy, and just, and good. So if the commandments are holy, the law is holy, just means righteous, and good, why do people continue to claim that the law is done away with? As Paul said in Romans, we establish the law. Do we then make void the law that we're under grace? He said, AHCHYM, forbid. So I just wanted to touch bases on that. That'll be like the word for the day. Do we make void the law, or do we establish the law? Drop some comments in the comment section. Let me know yes or nay, or yay or nay, or how you feel about it. We give all praises, honor, glory, esteem to the Father Yahawah. All praises be to the Father Yahawah. I would like to hear your comments and what you think about the law. Do we then make void the law? That's what I'm asking. Because right here in Romans 7 and 11, it's saying Paul was deceived by sin. It says, for sin taking occasion by the commandment deceived me and slew me. So I just want to know what you guys out there think. Like I say, leave a comment, tap in, share, like, subscribe. And once again, we give all praises to our Abinawa Yahawah, call Hala Yahawah, BAHA SHAM Mashiach Yahawashi. With that, I say Shalawam and Kwam YASHARAHLA.